Jake told me I was his favorite. I thought it was sweet, until I found my blood-stained photo in the basement and realized I wasn't the first. Lake House Lure, a true horror story. Jake first saw her while scrolling late at night. A stunning photo, Kelly stretching under sunset light, her eyes lost in thought. He liked it. She noticed. A DM followed. Jake, that view is unreal, and so are you. To his surprise, she replied. Over the next 2 weeks, messages turned to calls. Calls into late-night flirty confessions. There was chemistry, electricity, a perfect blend of charm and vulnerability. His voice wrapped around her like silk through the phone. She found herself smiling in the dark, fingers playing with her hair, imagining his hands instead. They met at a wine bar in West Hollywood. Jake wore black. She wore a red dress that clung to her hips and left just enough to the imagination. Her perfume was temptation in a bottle, floral, sharp, unforgettable. When their eyes met across the table, it wasn't just lust, it was hunger. They kissed by the second date. By the third, they were tangled in white sheets, sweating under candlelight, their hands exploring each other's past and present. The room smelled of wine, wax, and skin. Their moans rose like prayers to the ceiling, lost in shadows and flickering light. For a moment, time vanished. There was only sensation. I want to take you away, Jake said one night, brushing hair from her face. Kelly raised a brow. Like, where? He smiled. My friend has a lake house in Northern California. Secluded, peaceful, no paparazzi, no distractions, just us. Kelly hesitated, but something about Jake's presence made her feel safe. Or maybe it was the way he looked at her, like she was the only thing that mattered. His fingertips traced her collarbone, lingering as if memorizing her. She said yes. The road to the lake house cut through thick pine woods. Mist crept across the road like smoke. Jake's Porsche purred smoothly through the silence. The cabin sat on a hill, overlooking a still black lake. There was a dock, a boathouse, and something else, a shadow in one of the upper windows. Is anyone else here? Kelly asked. No, just us, Jake replied. Inside, the decor was old but elegant. Red velvet chairs, taxidermy on the walls, a fireplace with carvings of eyes and hands. The air was thick, musky with age, and something else she couldn't place. Like perfume, faint, floral, and decayed. Jake poured them wine. Kelly explored. In the guest bedroom, she found an old newspaper tucked under a drawer. Body found near Frost Lake. Woman drowned in mystery. She didn't mention it. That night, as snow began to fall and the lake vanished under fog, they lay by the fire, skin to skin, breath against breath. Jake kissed her shoulder, trailing down her spine. She gasped, clutching his back. It was passionate, raw, almost primal. The fire crackled beside them, shadows dancing over their bodies. His breath was hot against her ear as he whispered things no one else had dared. She wanted more, until her eyes flicked upward. But in the heat of it, Kelly saw something behind him. A silhouette, just for a second, gone in a blink. Jake, she whispered, did you see that? He looked behind. See what? She shook her head. Never mind. But her gut twisted. The next day, Jake disappeared for over an hour without saying where he went. Kelly wandered the property and discovered a locked door beneath the house. From inside, she thought she heard whispering, a woman crying. Then, her name. Kelly. It was soft, wet, like lips pressed against her ear. She staggered back, heart racing, nipples stiff beneath her sweater, unsure if it was fear or the cold. When Jake returned, she asked him about the basement. There is no basement, he said flatly. She didn't sleep that night, neither did Jake, because someone, or something, was watching them. Kelly called her best friend Tori the next morning. Something's wrong here. Tori, always the skeptic, offered to drive up and stay a night. She arrived after dark. 3 hours later, Tori was missing. They searched the woods. Kelly was hysterical. Jake stood by the dock, staring into the lake. "There's something you should know," he said quietly. "What?" "This house belonged to my ex. She drowned here, in that lake, right below us." Kelly's blood ran cold. "She was obsessed," Jake continued. "I broke it off. She wasn't stable." "And the basement?" Kelly asked. "I didn't lie," Jake said, eyes hard. "Not to you. There is no basement." Then, a scream, distant, from the trees. Tori. They found her by the dock, wet, shivering, rambling about a woman in the woods, pale, naked, with water in her eyes. Jake pulled Tori into the cabin while Kelly called the police, but the line was dead. That night, Tori locked herself in the guest room. She scratched something on the mirror before vanishing again. She never left. Kelly woke up alone. The fireplace cold, Jake gone, Tori missing. She grabbed a flashlight and crept to the cellar, the non-existent basement, where she'd found the whispers. She pried the floorboards open. A ladder, a dark crawl space, and the smell of wet earth. She climbed down, chains, a cot, and photos. Of her, dozens of them. From Instagram, from their first date, from last night. And in the corner, a red dress, torn, blood-stained. Jake stood at the top of the ladder. "I didn't want you to find out like this." Jake wasn't a killer in the traditional sense. He was something worse. He was a collector of beauty, of bodies. His ex hadn't drowned. He chained her in the cellar for 3 days before she tried to escape and fell into the lake. Tori? She was still out there, somewhere. But Kelly ran. Through snow, through branches, through blood. Her dress torn, her feet raw. Behind her, she heard his laughter. Soft, almost tender. He wasn't chasing her. He was savoring the moment. The hunt. She reached the sheriff's cabin at dawn, barefoot and broken. Jake was never found. But late at night, when Kelly closes her eyes, she hears his voice in her ear. "You're still my favorite." She made it out. Barely. But she'll never forget the way he whispered, "You're still my favorite." If you're still listening, you've survived another true horror. Like and subscribe for more nightmares, and tell us in the comments, would you have gone with him to the lake house? I'm Joker, and I'll see you in the next story.